What's going on? We back, Goodfellas Sports TV. Y'all know what the business is. We grinding. It's the first boxing video I'm recording today. The Charlo Canelo Triple G video. I recorded that last night. Just waiting to put it out this morning. But salute to all the brothers and sisters out there holding us down, enjoying the content, sharing the videos. We're on the push for 10,000 subs. Didn't pay for one sub to this point. So appreciate everybody for subscribing, hitting the bell icon. But Leonard Ellaby, said that, they're going to do what Tank want to do. And Tank has been adamant about, making the Tevin Farmer fight happen. And Gervonta Tank Davis may appear on the DAZN because I don't believe Tevin Farmer is going to appear on Showtime until his DAZN contract is up. And since Tevin Farmer has been calling for that fight, they may let Gervonta Tank Davis go to the DAZN and go bless, Tevin Farmer. And the reason that happens, is the reason I always harp on. If a fighter really wants to fight, trust me, if a fighter really wants to fight, we could talk about Joshua, you could talk about Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence, Deontay Wilder. If a fighter really wants to fight, remember his promoter works for him. The fighter employs the promoter. They do what the fighter wants to do at the end of the day. The fighter puts his name, his John Hancock on these contracts. And he's telling Mayweather Promotions, go make the fucking fight happen. Okay? Go make that Tevin Farmer fight happen. And the reason they do that is because he's very adamant. The fighter wants it, for one. And for two, they believe that Gervonta Tank Davis will go over there and put Tevin Farmer on ice. If they believe this is a 50-50 fight, or if they believe that their fighter is the lesser of the two opponents, and he has a real opportunity to lose, they talk Gervonta Tank Davis out of that. But by them saying that we're gonna accommodate his wishes and do what we can do to make this fight happen, even if it's sending him over to the DAZN, that means they got plenty enough confidence that they know what's gonna happen. And people have been asking for this fight. People have been wanting this fight. And for them to even consider enter negotiations with Eddie Hearn, for them to even consider letting a fighter jump networks, even though Gervonta Tank Davis is not tied to a network. He doesn't have a Showtime deal. He doesn't have a Fox deal. He ain't tied to no Pacific network. Gervonta Tank Davis is free to fight on whatever network his promoter can work out with. And if he goes to the DAZN, best believe everybody getting broke off for some of that $1 billion money Eddie Hearn got. They getting a big promotional cut. Gervonta Tank Davis probably gonna get one of his largest purse. It's going to be a career-defining purse. If Tevin Farmer is over there making $1 million purse, Gervonta Tank Davis gonna want $2 million to come over there. And at this point, they probably can stretch Eddie for $3 million because Eddie Hearn don't have any fights that's going to drive the U.S. population over there. Canelo, Rocky Fielding, that's going to be mainly Mexicans. And Mexican-American fighters, UK fighters, UK fight fans, American UK fight fans tuning in for that fight. Okay? Ain't nobody, you ain't heard about Canelo, Rocky Fielding selling out Madison Square Garden. You ain't heard nothing about that. You ain't heard nothing about ticket sales. You heard about VADA and all that. So, at the end of the day, this is their biggest fight that they could put on right now. This is their biggest fight they could put on until Canelo fights Jacobs, or Canelo fights Triple G in a rubber match, or until he fights, Charlo, whoever they can get on the DAZN to fight Canelo. Until Canelo fights a worthy opponent, this is the best fight they could put on. Or unless they start mixing up with Andrade and this guy and that guy. Right? Hearing that, some people think that Andrade might fight Gabriel Rosado next, or Luis Arias. I think it's going to be more Gabriel Rosado, but that's the conversation for another day. Maybe for the live stream tonight we're going to do a couple live streams today. But, I already know what's going to happen in this fight. A lot of people are going to make excuses. Gervonta Tank Davis, if he can get past Abner Mares, which that's a fight yet to be unveiled. He said he's not fighting on the Broner undercard, which I don't believe him. I don't know if he's fighting on the Mikey and Earl undercard. Okay, if he can get past Abner Mares, which I think Abner Mares is a better fighter than Tevin Farmer, let me say that. And he gets Tevin Farmer, and they build that on his own, so be it. Would I rather that not be on his own? Yeah, I'm not going to still pay for it. Let you know that right now. I like Gervonta Tank Davis, but I ain't paying for the DAZN. I stream it. You know, if it's on Showtime, I got Showtime already, so it's easy to turn over, watch it on my Showtime app. But like I said before, okay, Tevin Farmer is about to get a rude awakening. Okay, I don't know how many fights he signed with the DAZN. I would say it probably was a 3-fight deal. Okay, I'll probably say it was a 3-fight deal he signed with the DAZN. Okay, he already fighting his second fight. I think it's versus Francisco Fonseca. I don't know if they formally announced that fight, but he is on the as a co-feature or one of the co-features for Canelo Fielding. So if he can get past his next fight, and Gervonta Tank Davis get past Abner Mars whenever they choose to fight, whenever they announce it, well, this is a fight a lot of people act like it's a debate. They act like it's a 50-50 fight. They act like Tevin Farmer is this great defender. And I'm telling you this, a lot of time in the box community, it's either race that drives people's picks, you know, or the disdain or dislike for a particular fighter. And Gervonta Tank Davis has a lot of hatred on his head. And a lot of it is brought on by itself. And people tend to like Tevin Farmer. For whatever reason, they like Tevin Farmer. They see got flashy head movement versus subpar competition. They choose to ride with him. And there's no problem with that, all right? But you can't tell me looking at both of these their attributes or stats, whatever you want to say, even when you come down to the copy box, whatever, you can't tell me that Tank Davis will not run through Tevin Farmer. People say, who was Tank Davis fought? Well, I mean, the guy that knocked out Tevin Farmer, Jose Pedraza, Gervonta Tank Davis stopped him. Okay? The Francisco Fonseca guy that Tevin Farmer fighting now, Gervonta Davis stopped him. Out of shape, too. And, you know, you already know what's going to happen in this fight. People always want to rationalize the irrational. You know, like people trying to rationalize and trying to say Mikey Garcia going to beat Errol Spence. We already know doomsday is coming. And it's the same thing, you know. Gervonta Tank Davis about to get his IBF strap back from Tevin Farmer. Hopefully Tevin Farmer don't price himself out. You don't start the schism with Eddie Hearn. But if this is his last fight on Matchroom, why not for Eddie Hearn? Eddie Hearn gonna run some numbers up. This is gonna be the best fight he gonna put on. If this can happen, this is gonna be the best fight he could put on his side of the zone. Period. You know, if he can't crack no numbers and he can't, you know, sell out of the arena, or if he can't crack no numbers with Gervonta Tank Davis, you know, in Tevin Farmer fight, he can't bring at least, you know, whatever his viewership he wants to bring on the zone with this fight. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen from him. You know, and once again, this would be Al Heyman and him working together. So this ain't an Eddie Hearn production. This is Eddie Hearn getting assistance from Mayweather Promotions. This is Eddie Hearn getting assistance from Lou DiBella for Tevin. This is Eddie Hearn getting assistance from Al Heyman and Floyd Mayweather, Leonard Ellaby, to make this fight happen. You know, and he not signing Gervonta Tank Davis to a deal. We know that. He not getting a multi-fight deal out of him. It's a blessing that they letting Gervonta Tank Davis do what he want to do. And the only reason they letting him do what he want to do because they know Tevin Farmer is a bum. And when I say bum, I mean not that good. For people about to cry about the word bum, he ain't that good. Look at his record. He been stopped more times than a school bus, you know, dropping kids off in the afternoon. That's just a fact. So I'm happy that they talking about doing this fight, him fighting 3 times a year, him unifying. I think he should go ahead after this fight and unify with Miguel Burchett and then move up to 135 in 2020 and get ready to fight Lomachenko. I think that's what should be the game plan is. I believe Mikey Garcia will come back down and fight Lomachenko. You know, if Lomachenko team wants it. So it's a lot of things that can happen in the sport of boxing, but I'm happy that Mayweather Promotions has plans, you know, on making Gervonta Tank Davis versus Tevin Farmer. I think, you know, Eddie Hearn is definitely blessed, but if he might not be around, or he may be on thin ice by the time this fight come around. And if this fight don't save his bacon on his own, be prepared to see Eddie Hearn in the zone split. This is his last Hail Mary on the zone right here. This is his last Hail Mary. And if this fight don't bring in the subscribers they need to be bringing in, the viewership, it's a wrap for him. But it's Goodfellas Sports TV. Definitely appreciate everybody for tuning in. Much blessed to all the brothers and sisters out there. Salute. Continue to support the channel. Make sure you smash the subscribe button, hit the bell icon button. Won't miss another video from your boy. Also, we on Facebook. Got the Facebook group, the Facebook page. It's still the Box Clinic and more in there. Also, we on Twitter. You can reach out to me on email. Intro music link is in the description as well. Want to make a donation to the channel? That link's there as well. Much blessings. Salute Mr. One Time for the one time.